My poetry tends to cover a lot of subjects, a lot of things. I'm inspired by a lot of what's around me. I'm inspired by other people, other writers, other artists, other musicians. The good Mr. Morrison, the hair on your shirt, for example. I write, I'd say about half to two-thirds of my poems are about other people, and about a third, maybe a little bit more than that, are about myself. So that's kind of the theme for this reading. The first two are obviously about other people. You just heard Icarus. The second, I wrote this about 3 years ago, after the Gulf oil spill happened. I know a lot of people, including some of you in this room, were very shocked and saddened by what happened, and even angered. And some poets online got together and produced an online journal called Poets for Living Waters, and we were invited to submit our work about the Gulf oil spill. We thought about what it did to the animals, what it did to the land, what it did to the people, and I kind of wondered if the earth or if the Gulf herself could speak, what would she say to us? And that is my next poem, entitled Gulf Song. There is an artery in the coastline, fingers spread, bayou beckoning to the sea to come in and travel up my arm. Gulf trajectories, seagulls fly overhead, following the fringe of my fingertips inland. The ocean climbs up inside my palm, reuniting with river at the mouth of my life, which is made out of little veins. Water, it is how I live, how I came to you as a cloaked land with veils of trees, wildflowers, and tribes traversing the backs of my hands, up my veins, into my breasts and belly. My womb has seen millions of red men and women exit, hug close to earth and feel me breathe and call me home. I have billions, trillions, a galaxy of creatures living just beneath the whirl of fingerprints, crocodiles in my teeth, turtles in my jaw, pelicans and people in my pulse. At an intersection in my wrist of unoxidized blue and bone, there sits an egret, white with sorrow, white with the sea foam that I baptize my forehead with. He is oil christened, stained with brown, feathers slicked down. You birthed dead dinosaur bones from the trenches in my knees, caverns in my colon. Light your fires and call them Vietnam's children, little tragedies lit when my eyes grow dark each night. Candles do not burn in the ocean, and boats cannot swim in God's acre. There is a necropolis of expired lives, scaffolding and chassis of iron and bone copped up and vacant on the ocean floor. It will lie beneath the shroud of oil that burns and congeals within the reach of my fingers. Let the poison travel up my arm. Hope that venom can be sucked out by a kindly mouth and a bittersweet tongue. My wrist is still knitting itself together, bone halves seeking solace with each other after being shattered apart by a hurricane hammer. And there's no prayer for this except for the cry in your own throat, except for the children of mine that you wash the oil off of like they were your own babies, except for the sickness like tar balls resting in the hollow behind your navel, except for the fire launched from the soft beds of your own tongues. If you find that prayer, please say it for me. I will need it to survive.